All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night, in the dusty recesses of their minds, wake up in the day to find it was vanity, but the dreamers of the day. Those are the dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible. T.E. Lawrence. In today's video, I'm going to share something with you that, had I shared it with you a year ago, it's very likely I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel right now. That's what the liberal progressive Democrats have done to our country. They have destroyed the idea of dreaming. They have destroyed the idea of having unauthorized thoughts, unauthorized beliefs, and sharing them, because they could be dangerous to the establishment. William Shakespeare wrote in his play Hamlet, "There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy." You see, that's the best part about dreams, is that no matter how crazy they are, no matter how wild or outrageous, your children's dreams are going to be even more so. And so will their children's dreams. A railway all the way out to the end of the Keys, a theme park in the middle of a swamp, an entire land without kings. These were all crazy dreams, and the men who dreamed them were largely reviled in their day, but now we see them to be reality. All things that we see now in our modern society at one time were just dreams. But the Democrats can't have that. The liberal progressives can't have that. You see, for them, there is an authorized dream, American dream. And what is that American dream? Very simple. Come here, get a corporate job, pay your taxes, keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, don't have any big dreams, and stay out of the way of history. Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything revolutionary. That's the dream that they sell. The house in the burbs, the car. They make it seem as if that's the best anyone can ever do. I've always enjoyed this particular meme. My boss arrived at work in a brand new Lamborghini. I said, "Wow, that's an amazing car." He replied, "If you work hard, put all your hours in, and strive for excellence, I'll get another one next year." That's the Democrat, progressive, liberal dream that they have authorized. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what are you talking about? What could you have told us last year that could have gotten you kicked off YouTube? This seems all like stuff we've already heard. Well, just hang in there. We're getting there. This is another thing that I think most Americans can relate to. This is the dream they're selling everyone. Now, if you haven't heard Dreams by Lainey Gardner, if you're one of the perhaps two people living under a rock, you aren't living. See, this young woman had a dream. A dream that if she had told somebody about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, they would have probably laughed her off the planet. I'm going to sit in front of a microphone. I'm going to take a giant swig of cranberry juice, and then I'm going to make Stevie Nicks sound sick singing a Stevie Nicks song. Well, this is exactly what this young woman did. Her version of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac is better than Fleetwood Mac ever did it. By far. First time I heard it, had to listen to it 25 times. I still listen to it, and it still gives me chills. Now, what does this have to do with anything regarding what's going on in the world right now that's important that you would care about? Well, guess what? Something has happened in Brazil. And had I mentioned it a year ago, I guarantee they would have thrown me off the platform. Quote, "You wake up well. Amazon villagers take vine tea to treat China V. Pará State, Brazil, in the middle of the Brazilian Amazon rainforest, far from Big Pharma. The Kayapo indigenous people of Pará State are using a drink made from vines to help them ward off the worst effects of you know what. As incursions into the Amazon by illegal loggers and miners have increased during the 2020 event, potentially exposing forest-dwelling tribes to you know what. The Kayapo say their natural treatment is helping to keep them safe. The skin of the vine, the name of which the community is keeping secret, is boiled and strained into a tea which is drunk 3 times a day for 5 days. Now, you ready for the mind-blowing part? See, these liberal progressives, these nut jobs that have railed against any kind of development anywhere have said, we can't deforest Brazil. We can't log in Brazil. What if out there in the middle of the rainforest, there's the next cure for blah, 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 blah? How many people have heard this? Now, here's the reality. Here is the reality. They found it. The cure for blah, 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 blah. But are you ever going to see it? Are you ever going to hear of it? Are you ever going to have access to it? No. Why? Because big government pharma hasn't given it their blessing and they can't profit from it. And that's exactly why they're keeping it quiet down there. Quote, the medicine is very strong. When you take it, you get weak, sometimes with red eyes and a headache, but the next day it works, you wake up well, said one of the residents. And they go on to explain this, and they give the numbers. And they also reiterate that they are keeping the name of the vine and its location quiet because they don't want any more incursions from North America down here doing things to destroy their way of life. There are articles all over now talking about everything that's falling apart in Colombia. You remember Colombia, don't you? The anti-Venezuela? Oh, if the Venezuelans had only gone the way of Colombia and allowed U.S. military bases and U.S. economic interests to completely control their country, they would be so much better off now. Are you starting to see it yet? Are you starting to see what the real threat is yet? Dreams are dangerous things. Dreams can change the paradigm. Dreams can elevate people to positions that they never thought they could be in. But they can't have that. You are a cog in a wheel. And if you do anything other than be a cog in a wheel, you will get slapped down. This is what the Democrats have wanted for a long time, and they have now achieved it. If you can't see it, I can't illustrate this any better for you. There's just no way. All men dream. Everyone has dreams. Not all dreams are equal. The dreams you have at night, of course, are usually just curiosities that you wonder about during the day. But those who dream during the day, those who dream of big buildings, those who dream of a new way of doing things, those who dream of shifting the paradigm, you see, the Democrats can't have that. Those who are in charge of this platform, those who are in charge of Twitter and Facebook and everything, they can't have that. Because unauthorized thoughts, unauthorized beliefs, those could be dangerous. Especially those in power. Especially those who are sitting in the halls of authority. A land without kings has now created something so much worse. Was it Benjamin Martin in The Patriot that said, Why would I trade one tyrant 3,000 miles away for 3,000 tyrants 1 mile away? Well, guess what we got? Anyway, God bless. I hope everyone has a good week. And like I said, if you haven't heard Lainey Gardner sing Dreams, you have not lived. It is absolutely the most breathtaking thing you've ever heard in your life. And I know it's an old 80s song. And I was watching this. I remember the first time I watched it. And she leans into the microphone and opens her mouth to sing that first line. It will send chills down your spine. It's just that good. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to kind of laugh about a little bit. This is why Florida kids are tough. This is why Florida kids, grow up and have an edge in society. This is Ivanka Trump and her kids. They were out in Miami getting surfing lessons. And by the way, kudos to Ivanka because, she's getting older. And to go out and try to do surfing, that took some guts. But she accidentally clobbered her kid in the side of the head with her surfboard, not meaning to, down here in the lower left. But I just wanted to give them kudos because that's just classic Florida. You get your kids out there, you get them on surfboards, and what happens, happens. It's just part of life. It is just part of life, and sometimes your dreams will knock you down, and sometimes they hurt, and sometimes they aren't good dreams, and you have better ones, and you have more dreams. I would highly encourage everyone to dream. Have a dream, believe, have more dreams if one doesn't work out, and encourage your kids to dream. It's going to be our only way out of this. And show them why dreaming is important. And when people start taking away the idea that we can express those dreams, no matter how dangerous, show them why that's a problem and it has to be gotten rid of. I'll leave this there. God bless. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.